Hello, what's popular YouTube? Another day, another tournament preview. Okay, something a little different today. I'm doing this thing where I get in the rhythm. Whatever content I want to do, I get in the rhythm of it. We've been trying a couple of different things right here, and I'm a tired man again. Okay, look at me. I'm back. We're back in Copenhagen. I did two videos in Sweden. One was called "I'm Stuck in Stockholm," and then the other one was called "The New Impressions." This was cool. This was cool too. You should watch this. I uh, I didn't get to do more because these first 3 days I couldn't get a computer working, and then I could not get the I couldn't get a demo to I couldn't get the game capture to work. With that setup. So I got to figure out a new way to do this where when I travel, I have a plug and play solution. Nathan brought up that if I travel with my SSD, I won't necessarily be able to put it in every computer. So I'm just going to have like most of my stuff, I guess, on an SSD, but not the whole damn thing. How are you doing? It's already tomorrow, 12:23, and today is the one day off. I have just been casting. I casted 13 days in a row in two different countries, and we had the travel day to Sweden, and then traveling back here now. So you can watch the vlog to hear about the travels there and everything. Just finished DreamHack Masters. I feel like I'm very happy about it. I thought it was awesome. The games were honestly fantastic. I think we got very fortunate with that. I had a lot of fun. It was great to do the desk with Frankie. She was really cool. We spent after every games, we would go back to the hotel, order Max Burger, the three of us, and hang out and just talk shit and whatever. And it was just chill. Like it was super fun and very easy. The other three poor motherfuckers, James Banks and Pimp, had to do the NA Best of 5 final, and they had to do every late night shift for the NA games, which always went to 6 maps every single night. Poor production had to work so goddamn long every single day, and they couldn't catch a break on the short games. And we got 2-0s every single day, except for the last day. And we got the grand final, which was Astralis versus Mouse Sports. Surprisingly, went all the way to 4 maps. Went into overtime on the 4th map, and we're like, "This is a banger, Let's keep this really hyped. This is one of the grand final for Mouse Sports. Huge game for them. I don't even know when the last time they were in a grand final was. And for Astralis to be in this forum, Mouse Sports handed them a 16-3 loss on Inferno, one of 2 of 12 of their last 2 losses out of the 12 last times they've played Inferno, and it was 16-3 by Mouse. So, man, they really almost won. They could have won on Vertigo, and they could have won on Nuke as well. And 3-1 the series versus Astralis. But Astralis earned it. They really played well. But we're there on Vertigo. The score is 18-17. End of the first overtime. Super intense moment. Device is at the sandbags on the A site. He's over here. And then right over here, default plant. 2 guys here. They see him back on sandbags. He plays around the sandbag, gets an op shot here, goes around the other side, goes for another op shot, and then there's a third guy who is back here. He's back here. He's sticking the bomb. Sticking it, 5-second stick. Device in sandbags, 1-on-1 situation, couple seconds left on the defuse after he kills the 2 guys. Peeks out, misses a couple shots because he's diffusing in the smoke, because that's what Vertigo is now and always has been. And he loses the round on the last second. Boom, end of overtime. We're going to OT number 2. And of course, as casters, it's kind of like, big moment could end. You kind of want it to end on a really big moment, right? Like another OT can be great because it builds up even more, but at the same time, you have to hope that the final moment isn't like some extended save or like, it just comes down to like last few seconds. That would have been really, really cool 1v3. So then we're like, all right, okay, going to next OT. And then Kerrigan's internet dies. And then there we are. Poor motherfuckers after us, James Pink's Pimp Maniac, have to cast a best of 5 grand final. It's already 9:30 p.m. And they have to cast best of 5 grand final for NA, which not the most exciting games, to say the least, at the moment. But it is, Chaos versus Team 1 if there's any two teams. And we get the tech pause in OT on map number 4 right before the second OT starts. And it could have ended. And then Kerrigan's internet comes back, and then it dies again. And then it comes back, and we have to go up here, tech pause, like literally laying on the ground waiting, back up here, finish, and we get done. Big win for Astralis. Would have been bigger for Mouse, but still. Zipic's first tournament back kind of thing, like big, like two tournaments now, one tournament. Anyways, we grabbed that, and then James Pimp Maniac, they have to cast the best of 5 grand final, and we have a flight at 8 a.m. So they finished casting their best of 5 grand final at 3:30 a.m. yesterday night, and then slept 1 hour. James did not sleep. Wake up around 6:30. We all meet in the lobby, shuttle to the airport, which is quite far. Get on the plane, 1 hour flight, get back here, and we all got back here. Today I slept from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. today. I slept. I shot out that tweet about NACS today, about Chaos not being able to find an org, and then how I wanted to buy and like run the X Chaos lineup with some kind of hybrid of community funding and investor support, or give another org some branding, something like that. I just shot off a tweet right before I went to bed because I was just kind of impassioned by, I think, John G's tweet. Let's go ahead and look at some of them. So, oops. I put this clarification out because I don't know, I posted this, but basically I posted this tweet. I want to be the team owner of X Chaos, community funded, run by a few smart people, marketed by me. I feel, Boxer is fully incorporated. We are fully incorporated in America. I'm the CEO of the company. We have smart people who work for it. And we were planning to be an org at one point. But, funding a team like this to just be, pretty just kind of straight up. This would cost upwards of $50,000 a month. It would be a big project. It would be a huge undertaking. And I'm more concerned about getting of course, I'm kind of like, it's in jest a little bit with this, but I was very serious about trying to help them find a org to go to. And yeah, that's like my number one priority is try to get them an org to go to. I don't care if it's not mine. I want them to get an org. I want them to stay in CS. I mean, there's some players that are leaving for Valorant who want to stay in CS. And there's some players who are leaving for Valorant because they want something new. And there's some players who are leaving for Valorant because they like Valorant. But there are players who are leaving for Valorant who would rather play CS. And that's the only situation where I want to try to prevent that. Like, I watch Valorant. I cast Valorant. I like Valorant. But right now, basically, some of the 100 Thieves guys on Valorant getting like almost $30K a month, Whereas some of the chaos guys in CS:GO were getting, $5,000 to $8,000 a month. People who are going over to Valorant are getting the crazy inflated salaries, absolutely ridiculous salaries for how new the game is. And it's like, why wouldn't you turn that money down? Right? But if you want to play CS and you don't want to play Valorant, I think it's absolutely tragic for you to be in a situation where you go to Valorant because there's no ability for you to play CS. And that's where I feel like Chaos is at right now, So, yeah, it was kind of, my tweet was like kind of it was just something, it was a tweet, you know what I mean? Sometimes tweets are taken too much. Like, I was just kind of like, let's build a Chaos. But I actually, I'm here for this. And I got so many DMs, I went to sleep. I woke up 6 hours later, and then I saw people were taking it quite seriously and then kind of picking the tweet apart and talking about these different things, owning a team versus crowdfunding. And that's fine. Like, I didn't write an article, I wrote a tweet, but I did just clear up things. And I spent the day working behind the scenes a little bit, messaging people about trying to find them an org and figuring out if it was possible for us to fund the team and if it was possible to do the community funding. But, in no way did I ever think that just a purely community funded option's possible. That's where I was, actually expecting to need some kind of hybrid, but it's just too much money. Just to be straight up, it's just too much money to do something like this solely. Yeah. Well, people in the Reddit thread talking about how I ran Boxer. We've never this is all crazy. So yeah, and then I shot off another friggin' tweet about Chaos. This is what they won. They won DreamHack Masters. Not dropping a series. They won I Am Beijing. And they qualified to the I Am Global Challenge. And now they can't travel because of health concerns, unfortunately. We look at Envy. Envy, man. Envy have look at the average rank. They're rank 40 in the world, whatever the fuck that means. I don't even think that's true right now. They won one match, one best of 3 versus Gen G at Flashpoint. They lost 4 others. They could not beat anybody. They lost both their games at the Summit. They lost the majority of the games, the Rio qualifier. They haven't played a game from between November 10th and June 23rd. And then we go back to the last Flashpoint one. They won 1 series out of 5 again. And I know some of the players on the team were getting $18,000 a month. Listen, I'm not trying to get people fired from their jobs, but if it means that, the scene could do, pointing this stuff out, I feel like it's absolutely absurd. If you're a Chaos player, they know that Envy are getting this much money every month to do fucking nothing. And yeah, you shouldn't just get 18. I don't care. Like, you shouldn't, I think we have to point out the weeds because they're stealing all the life out of the scene, the water. The inflated salaries finally have caught up to us. And it's a big issue. And glad it's getting to the point that this stuff needs to be pointed out. So, yeah, we want to get to a place where people can play CS. They get the money that they deserve. It's, everyone grinds up together, whatever, but the salaries make more sense. There's less competition. The overinflation thing will happen in Valorant. Who knows where that will go? But it's just for the health of the scene. It just makes way more sense. Even NA Valorant compared to EU Valorant is absolutely ridiculous in terms of the discrepancy in prize pool. And NA salaries are insane. So, yeah. I want this to be fixed. So I've been working behind the scenes to try to get something happen. Talked to some people. Honestly, got some incredible DMs from people who want to help. Some very high level people, some well connected people, some people from tournament organizers, from orgs that you all know. Some of the people that like are out there talking about stuff are actually onto something when it comes to who's being talked about. So, yeah, I messaged Vanity, and then I talked to a few different people and try to make some connections, and it actually might result in something. We'll see. I know the issue is the Valorant offers, though. Just the amount of money that people will have to turn down to stay in CS is quite high. So we'll see where that all falls. I will try to do my part, and that's just kind of where we're at with that. So yeah, I wanted to today. So today I just fucked off, didn't do anything. Uploading quite late. Today we ate Wagyu in Rob's Soup Kitchen. Let me take you through the journey. That's when I woke up.
Let's fucking do this, man. I'm gonna go upstairs and eat Wagyu right now. You know why? Because I'm rich. You know what rich people do? They buy orgs. You know what rich people who buy orgs do? The rich get richer, son.
That didn't make sense. Connor has the potatoes in the oven, but it's 14:11. I walked outside to go to Rob's Soup Kitchen, and Connor's door was cracked open, so I walked in. This guy was playing matchmaking. And he couldn't close this game. This is in our text, we have this group for our apartments. And Rob he's moving to Copenhagen. So he's brought all of his cooking stuff, and they bought pounds and pounds of Wagyu. So he cooked this for us since we came back from Sweden. I'm so fucked up, guys, that I spent like, 2 months in Denmark, and then went to Sweden for 1 week and came back to Denmark, and I feel like I've come home. I feel like I'm at home. That's how fucked up my brain is right now.
DJ, what's up? You ready for Wagyu? Oh my god, yes.
Rob came down to check on potatoes because Connor was still playing matchmaking. This is Joey, my former co-commentator. I talked about him in the other vlog. Man, I went to Europe for the first time for the Dream Hacks. He's our EVS and replay guy now. Oh, there's so much, man. Really delicious. This is the A5 Wagyu right here. Woo. Money. This is a big slab of meat. So that was my adventure for the day. And now I want to do, I'm going to get back to the demo. So I think I'll do a demo in the morning. So I think what we'll do today is pick that demo and do a quick preview here. I'm still tired man. I'm sorry. This is the reason I wanted to do this. I can't wait when we get back to my home setup and everything. I can't wait because, of course, I've just been out here for so long now. Regularly scheduled programming. The Blast Finals only have 2 teams that are in the top 10 in HLTV ranking. If Heroic was there instead of G2, it would be the world's 8 best ranked teams in one tournament, which is pretty fucking exciting. Looking here, we've got Vitality Mousesports on day 1, and then Navi Astralis on day 1 as well. Then G2 Furia, the rematch. And then this is a new match. This is a new match. We haven't seen Vitality and Navi in a little bit now. And then OG Big, which I haven't caught up with them recently. So let's take a look and see about these matches. So the thing about this as well, when it comes to the videos, is there was because some people were tested positive at Flashpoint. I hope everyone's doing good. I think I don't know what the situation there is, but I think it might be. I'm not sure if Anders and Semler are going to be able to travel to Denmark, which means that we're going to potentially have to do the first few days just me and Connor. And that means that we're going to have a very, very heavy week of games. Tuesday will be Vitality, Mousesports, Navi, Astralis. We'll do both these best of threes tomorrow. But then Wednesday is going to be 3 games. We got the lower bracket round 1 plus G2 Furia and OG Big. So this last one's going to start at 7:30. This one starts at 1:30. This could be potentially 9 maps, which would be very, very tiring. And we might have to do. I think that is what we're going to do, and we have to do the 3 matches for this day too. So I swear to God, guys, I'm not slowly fading off YouTube, I swear. But these next few days are going to be a bit difficult. We have to do 3 series a day. I'm going to be quite tired, and I also have to think about my voice. If I do a 30, 40-minute video and then do potentially 8, 9, 10, 11 hours of casting, and I've done 13 days in a row of 2 best of 3s. Listen, the grind pays off. I'm very well paid, but it's just going to be a very long days. And then, yeah, I think we go down to 2 games a day. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, grand final Sunday. Thank God it's best of 3. Shout out to Blast for doing best of 3s. Fuck best of 5s. I am not one of the people that really like them. I'm not into it at all. We do not need to have best of 5s when everyone plays against each other every single week. Save it for lands. So that's me crying, and now let's go ahead and look at the matches. So let's just do day 1 here. Maybe I'll come back and do day 2 as well. Who is going to win the match? Let me do some quick predictions for you, okay? OG Big I'm not clear about because I think they got finals at Flashpoint, but then lost 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Okay, let's just give this one to OG because I don't know what to think of Big right now. And they've schooled a few people here, but it looks like they had an easier route. Okay, let's give that to OG. All right, so I will pick Vitality to win this game because they look extremely powerful. And Mousesports look great too. It's just going to be a great match. I'll give the edge to Vitality, 55-45. Over in this game, I'm going to give the edge to Astralis. I'm going to make this is a 2-0. For me, I would say this is a 2-0. Unless proven otherwise right now. That's what we have to see here from Navi. They're definitely good enough, but since the last time they played Astralis, I think Astralis have gotten a lot better. Maybe 40, 50% better. Astralis got so insanely good during DreamHack Masters, what I just casted, that I think they are the best team in the world at the moment. We'll find out if that's true. Versus Navi and versus Vitality. That'll be the 2 big tests. But Astralis, they fuck, okay? They lost to Godset in the first round. Everyone's like, wow, they're shit. And then they 2-0'd Liquid. It was close. They 2-0'd G2. It wasn't so close. They 2-0'd Gambit. It was kind of close. They smashed Furia. And then they almost lost. They still 3-1 this final versus Mouse, who, this was completely insane. Like, because even Furia, if we look at their matches, they got really good too. They went on a 6-series win streak. They took out Virtus Pro, Liquid, G2, Complexity in that run. And then, so yeah, so I would, I'm gonna give the odds here to Astralis, and I think we'll find out if Navi are gonna be good enough. I think it'll be great to see. It's gonna be a sick match, right? No matter what, but we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna give the edge to Astralis for now because of what we've seen recently, coming hot off a win. And I don't think they're gonna be out of gas either. It's a pretty big match they're gonna prepare for, I would imagine. The Blast Fall Finals. What's the prize on this? Holy fuck, $425,000? Is that right? Is that fucking true? Holy shit. Blast Global Finals spot and 225 grand for first. This is a big event, man. This is a big payday. So this one's going to be pretty heated. DreamHack Masters was $30,000, $60,000 for first place. So this absolutely trounces that in terms of prize pools. And we got every good team here. So I'll go Vitality, Astralis. I'm going to give this one to Furia because the last time that they played, Furia fucking owned G2, and G2 appeared to be not actually getting better. It's a weird thing with G2. It feels like Nico is having a little bit too much input on some of these maps, in my opinion, and they're not playing like themselves. They're playing a lot slower. Nico's top fragging, but it feels like I feel like he's having some influence on this game. Actually, sorry, this was a smash on these two maps, yeah, and then Furia almost won Mirage as well. So I actually think that Furia played better on Mirage and threw it away in some of the post plants because Nico was playing like a god. This was an amazing series, but I would say I want to take Furia here. They really figured out G2. We'll see if they can do anything about it. I cannot believe that Astralis manhandled them. Yeah, so those first games. So then let's predict all the way through. Vitality over Mouse Sports, Astralis over Navi, Furia over G2. OG in this, they'll give, I'm going to say, wow, I don't know who would win, Furia or OG. I'm going to say Furia because they faced more Tier 1 competition recently. So I'll give it Furia over OG. I'll probably pick OG because it's OG, but... And then I'll pick, so Furia over OG. And then I'll pick Vitality over Astralis. I think I'll actually take that. Vitality pretty freaking incredible right now. And I think they're the only team right now maybe better than Astralis. It's close, though. That's one we don't know about. And then I will say Vitality will win here versus Furia. And then I will say that the lower bracket competition, we'll see what happens there. Navi. So Navi Mouse. So I think Navi will win over Mouse. Actually, I think Mouse will win over Navi. Well, I don't know yet. Maybe I'm going too fast because I don't know how good Navi look. Let's find out tomorrow. All right, so those are my bracket predictions for tomorrow. And this is going to be the fall final. It's the last event that I do before going home on the 14th. And I will no longer have to be a tired man. I'll have time off. I will be streaming. I'll be streaming Death Stranding. I'll be streaming CS and whatever else. I'll be streaming. I'll be chilling. I'll be taking time off and just doing my own thing for a bit after this huge grind. And earning some rest. I feel great. I'm a bit tired, but at the same time, I feel great about getting through this. And this final leg is the most exciting one. So I'm glad to end on this point. I appreciate you guys bearing with me as I kind of have something new to complain about every single day. It's been a fun ride to take everyone along on some of the journeys, to make some vlogs and talk about stuff. It makes it more fun for me to go through it. It feels like I'm not going through it alone, if that makes sense. So I feel like this video is kind of boring, but if you enjoyed it, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll try to see you tomorrow. I'll definitely upload tomorrow, and then the day after, we'll see what happens with that one. Okay, sounds good. Talk soon.